Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. It's about 8:30 in the morning here in the UK. I've just woken up to all of this news now on Instagram, leaked images, this, that, the other. It's the Retro Collection images for the Mandalorian and also the new stuff for the Vintage Collection. This is supposed to be stuff we were expecting tonight at this Mando Monday. I don't know how it's been leaked or whatever, but it's interesting to see it anyway, so who cares? I'm doing a video, man. Let's get it up there. So what I'd like to firstly say is the Retro Collection stuff looks great. I was worried about that more than anything because I don't know, I just thought maybe they would look rubbish or something, the figures, but I think they look great. And then as for the other stuff, that also looks pretty good. The guy who leaked this, or it's come from a nerdy dad. One thing I don't know how you do on Instagram, not that you need to know this, I'm just going to speak aloud here. When somebody shares an original post, it's like, you know, tributing the original person who's posted it. I don't know how you do that on Instagram. It's great that Yakface and everyone else has done it because now you can see a nerdy dad in the bottom of the image, but I don't know how you do that. I think it's great that people have, but, you know, as opposed to just screen grabbing and copying and uploading it as your own image, they've obviously given that person the credit. So I might sound a bit naive like when I'm talking honestly there. I'm really glad to see this retro collection looks good. My own collecting, right? I have a vintage collection, but side by side I have been intertwining my retros with that, and it works really well. Here's a couple of examples. See, I've got my two Yodas back to back there. And, you know, all of them, you know, Boba Fett. I'm just actually in this room now looking around as I'm recording this. Leia, and then there's all the others. There's the Luke farm boy, the Tarkin, the Vader. They all look great next to each other. That's how I do it anyway, if you're unfamiliar. With these, I'm presuming that for these figures that they've made, they're going to have the equivalent card backs. So, in that sense, usually I'm a big advocate for giving us alternative images, you know, if it's as best they can, when they can. But actually in this instance, I hope 100% that they give us the same card back. In that sense, we're going to get 3 in a row, which is quite a lot of Mandalorian stuff. You're going to get a modern vintage, carbonized, and then you're going to get this. But I think it's going to look strong, man. As me as a carded collector, I'm not just carded, I do have stuff loose. The reason I keep retro stuff carded is because I wouldn't particularly want retro stuff loose. That's just me, you know. The reason that is because the figures have been outgrown. The quality of figures in the modern era, that's what the vintage collection is, when you get screen accurate quality, fully articulated figures. That's the kind of stuff I have loose. But for these retros, it's all about embracing, you know, the design and I mean, yeah, granted, if you want to open retros, do it, you know, but for me, I just think that, you know, loose, they just don't do it for me anyway. But they will look good as part of a lineup of other figures in my carded collection. So that's fantastic. Yes, I am just talking about me, but I'm a fan, you know. This is me reacting to the news, what I think of it. The most important thing is that the actual figures themselves look really good. I was so worried. I thought, how are they going to do it? Are they going to look lame? No disrespect to reaction figures, because I love that line and the concept of doing, you know, characters from, you know, our favourite franchises, Alien, Back to the Future, done in that retro style. But these, I don't know, it's so clever how they've done that, you know. It's almost like the Mandalorian existed 30 years ago, you know. Fantastic. Very good. The other figures that we've seen. So the other two we've seen now is Moff Gideon and the Armourer. Now they look really good. The card back for the Armourer is the one of the two that snaps out at me. That's just as I expected. The one for Moff Gideon, well, unfortunately the sword, the dark saber that is being held by the loose figure that's next to it is kind of obscuring the card back. But one thing I would have noted about that card is that I would have wanted a closer image of Moff Gideon. There's a few shots that have been in publicity and also images that I can remember from the actual series where, you know, you get a closer shot of him. You know, card backs vary, you know. For example, you get a long shot with Luke Farmboy. That card back, that's a long shot. Then you can get extreme close-ups like, you know, Obi-Wan or Luke Death Star escape, Ponda Barber. But I wanted more of a closer shot. But it doesn't matter. I'm sure that if I get a proper look at that card back, it will look all right, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch this this thing tonight, this Mando Monday. That's 6 p.m. UK time, I believe. And I think it's on Star Wars YouTube, as far as I know. I know there's a Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel as well, but as far as I know, that's where it's going to be. So I'm going to check that out later. But for now, I just thought, you know, get this out there, you know, spread the word. Let me know your thoughts now. And maybe we'll get some other stuff later as well. So just before I leave you, this nerdy dad also shared an image of Funko, the Beskar Mando there for the Funko line. I don't collect that stuff, but it looks pretty good to me. So awesome. I'm just looking forward to more, you know. Let us know the deal. Let me know what your thoughts are. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.